Hey guys, Other Boy Reactions here. Alright, we're hopping back into Doctor Who. Last time we left off, Adam left us. He got that procedure in his head that opened up his brain so that he could access more information through the internet, basically. But he's permanently like that now, so good job, Adam. And the Doctor and Rose dropped him off back home, so he is no longer with them. And it was a fun episode. It was 200,000 years into the future, so that was fun. And we're gonna see where, our friends are going today. This is Doctor Who, Season 1, Episode 8, Father's Day. Let's jump right into it. What? Look at... Are you serious? I thought you wanted to be the person to help him.
He can't die on his own. Can I try again?
That's the first you and me. It's a very bad idea, two sets of us being here at the same time. Just be careful they don't see us. Wait till she runs off and he follows, then go to your dad.
Oh shit!
Rose, no!
Oh, her other self is gonna see! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. It's still gonna happen! Ah! Oh my god. Oh my god.
I saved your life.
Blimey, did you see the speed of it? Did you get his number?
I really did it.
When we met, I said, travel with me in space. You said no. Then I said, time machine.
It wasn't some big plan. I just saw it happening and I thought, I can stop it.
I did it again. I picked another stupid ape. I should have known. It's not about
shit.
showing you the universe. It never is. It's about the universe doing something for you.
So it's okay when you go to other times and you save people's
Right.
lives, but not when it's me saving my dad.
I know what I'm doing.
Right.
You don't. The whole world's different because he's alive.
For once, you're not the most important man in my life.
Let's see how you get on without me. Then. Give me the key.
Fuck.
The TARDIS, Keith. I'm so insignificant. Give it me back.
All right, then I will.
What is that?
He left me.
What, a pretty girl like you? If I was going out with you.
Stop! Right there.
Yeah, stop.
Just
I knew that was
I
gonna
know
happen.
what you're saying, and we're not going there.
Yeah.
At no point are we going anywhere near there. You aren't even aware that there exists.
No! What? Oh no!
Call me Dad. What'd you say that for?
Oh!
Wonderful. Here he is, the accident waiting to happen. You'd be late for your own funeral, and it nearly was.
No damage done.
And
Shit,
who's
how's
this?
she gonna explain herself? Oh
What are you
no!
looking at with your mouth open?
Oh my
Your
god!
hair.
What?
Oh
I've
my
never seen it
God.
like.
Oh my god.
I
Oh my
mean,
god.
it's lovely. Your hair's lovely.
Oh my god! It's like the leftovers. She's all happy. The fuck is that? What the fuck is that? No. Ugh. What the fuck?
Time's been damaged, and they've come to sterilize the wound.
Oh my god. By killing people?
By consuming everything inside.
You are. You're my Rose. You're my Rose grown up.
Oh, get away, you fucking thing.
And I know we're not important.
Who said you're not important? I've travelled to all sorts of places, done things you couldn't even imagine, but you two. Street corner, 2 a.m, getting a taxi home. I've never had a life like that. Yes, I'll try and save you.
What's the future like?
It's not so different.
What am I like? Have I gone grey?
Oh god.
Have you got a bloke?
No, I did have.
Nikki?
Oh my god, that's him.
Do you know him?
Oh my
Didn't
god.
recognise him in a suit. You have to let go of me, sweetheart. Poor thing.
He just grabs hold of what's passing and holds on for dear life.
No. Don't touch the baby.
Oh my God.
You're both the same person. That's a paradox, and we don't want a paradox happening. Not with these things outside. Anything new, any disturbance in time makes them stronger. A paradox might let them in.
I'm sorry. Have you got something on?
What was that?
It's the TARDIS
oh, the
key.
key.
Am I a good dad?
You never let us down. You were there for us all the time. Someone I could really rely on.
That's not me.
Don't worry. The thing that you change will stay changed.
Really?
You mean I'll still be alive? Though I'm meant to be dead. That's why I haven't done anything with my life. Why I didn't mean anything.
Doesn't work like that.
Rubbish. I was so useless I couldn't even die properly.
How are you her dad? How old were you, 12?
This is Rose.
Don't! Oh my God! Oh my God!
I'm the oldest thing in here.
Oh my God! What the fuck?
My daddy.
Jackie, look at her. She's ours.
God.
You gotta survive, because you gotta bring up our daughter. I never read you those bedtime stories. I never took you on those picnics. I was never there for you.
You would have been.
But I can do this for you. I can be a proper dad to you now.
It's not fair.
I've had all these extra hours. No one else in the world has ever had that. And on top of that, I get to see you. You're beautiful. Goodbye, love. Go to it, quick.
Totally
For some reason,
different.
Pete just ran out. People say there was this girl. And she sat with Pete while he was dying. She held his hand. Then she was gone.
That was a really good episode. That is the type of episode that I'm looking for. I want to know about who these characters are and their backstories, and this was a Rose episode and it was really fucking good. I mean, I could have done without the creatures, or I mean, if I'm honest, I really could have done without them, but if they were gonna be there, I would have liked them to look different because they look kind of cheap, but the idea of them was good. I like that there's this like physical consequence for them changing time. But it was really cool that we got to see Rose's dad and she got to see him again. I guess you can change certain things about time as long as you don't change key events, because so like your circumstances can change. Like their circumstances were all fucked up, but as long as he still died, technically history wasn't changed. So it's interesting. Oh, we got to see little Mickey. She's known him her whole life. I don't know, it was so emotional. It was great to see what her parents were like when they were younger, and God, they did not get along. They were poor, and like the mother said, she didn't know, where their next meal was going to come from, and the dad was kind of a deadbeat. But like he said, this is what I can do for you. That was his gift to her. But at first I was mad at Rose for, disobeying the doctor and running out before she was supposed to, and the alternate version of her, saw her in that ruined time, and then she saved her dad. That, like, I was like, no, but she couldn't help it. She couldn't let her dad die. I mean, it's totally understandable. It's almost like all of that was supposed to happen anyway. Like, she was supposed to go back and save him so that they could go to that church in the wedding, and she was supposed to tell the dad who she was, that she was from the future, so that the dad would tell 1987 Jackie that, this is our daughter, so that she would give him the baby, and he would give the baby to Rose so that she would touch it, and then it would fuck everything up. And then that led to the dad realizing that he needed to die. So it's almost like time was correcting itself anyway. Even though all these bad things were happening, time was still trying to correct itself so that it went back to the way it was supposed to be. So it's almost like you can't. It's like you can change things, but you can't. Like, not really, because things are always going to correct itself. I mean, I guess he could have chosen not to die, and they would have died from those creatures, but no, it's like I feel like everything happened the way it was supposed to, even though Rose fucked it up. I don't know, but it was a very emotional episode, and it was sad when Rose was telling her dad, she was telling him how it could have been, and almost what he wanted to hear, about how he was a good father, and he was always there for her, and but I mean, he knew that that's not me. Like, he knew that he was a loser almost. I mean, unfortunately, that's just who he was. He wasn't a reliable person, and he knew that she was lying. Imagine if you could go back and see loved ones that have passed away, and you could see them when they were younger, and it's amazing. It makes me think of my own dad, because I've never known my own dad, and but from what I hear, he's not a very good person. And it makes me wonder what it would have been like to know him when he was younger, before he changed into this bad person. It makes you think, like, why we are the way we are, and you know, if we could go back and change whatever made us, if there are bad people out there, like if you went back in Trump's history and was like, you know, if someone just gave him a hug, that would change the whole course of history. I'm guessing he didn't have very nice parents, because how do you turn out that way unless you were not raised with love? That's the only thing I can think of. Like, imagine if you raised baby Trump, baby Donald, with love. Imagine the type of man he would be today instead. Or any of his voters, any of his supporters. If they were raised with love, or if they if they were given kindness. I seriously feel like people are cruel. They're just cruel because they haven't received kindness or enough kindness in their life. That's why, like I said in, you know, I don't know if it was the last video or not, but love really is the answer for everything. It can change history. It can change. It's literally like the difference between someone being a hero and a villain is love. It's and I loved that little conversation that the doctor had with that young couple, and you know, they were like, you know, we know we're nobodies, we're not important, and he was like, he basically said that they are, and that everyone is important. Like, no matter how small you think your life is, how insignificant you think you are, everybody is important. If you're here, it means that you're important. It means that you're supposed to be here. If you weren't important, you wouldn't be here. Like, God wouldn't have created you, the universe wouldn't have created you, whatever you believe in wouldn't have created you if you weren't supposed to be here. You know, there aren't any mistakes in that way. I love how, you know, they were talking about how, you know, they met on a street corner and almost like it was love at first sight, and the doctor said, I've never had that. I was so sad but beautiful that, you know, the things that we consider so small and meaningless, he can see such beauty and importance in. So he's probably never been in love. He's probably never had that type of moment in his life ever. I mean, the closest thing to love is probably, you know, that he's felt is probably Rose. He could see their special. That's what I was trying to say. He could see their specialness even if they couldn't see it themselves. And that's usually what it takes. It usually takes someone else to tell us that we're special. All of us are special. We're all unique. And even if you feel like you've done nothing with your life, like absolutely nothing, you're not where you are, you're not where you want to be in your career, you don't have as much money as you want, you've never been in love, you're not married to the person that you thought you were going to marry, you know, like whatever, you're still special. That's why you're here. You're here because you're special. You were created for a reason. And that was what I was getting from it. And that, you know, there's no such thing as a small life, because life is a miracle. It really is. And, you know, and Rose's father gave up his life so that his daughter could have life, so that all those people could live. He saved all of them. He saved the whole world. He brought back the doctor. Yeah, that's what this was about. It's about, here's a man who felt that he was nothing, that he had lived a nothing life. He had lived a small, insignificant life. He would never do anything with his life. And he ended up being a hero. He ended up being someone who saved the world. I mean, that's we feel like, oh, like this is just a TV show and this is sci-fi and that can never really happen, but it makes me think of that movie It's a Wonderful Life, and like, someone who thinks that like their life is meaningless and like, if I died tomorrow, like no one would miss me, but no, like everyone touches somebody else's life in some way. And just by you being here in the world, like there's this ripple effect. Like by you being in the world, you're having an impact on other people, whether you know it or not. So never think that like you're insignificant, because you may not know it, but like when you're kind to someone, when you say hi to someone, you could have just made that person's day. You could have, just by you noticing them, you could have changed their whole outlook. They could have, you never know, they could have been ready to off themselves, but by you saying hello and noticing them, that could have changed their whole day. Like, things like that happen, and like, because we're all connected, and we forget that because we get so wrapped up in our own problems, and we don't realize that we're all connected and that we're impacting each and every person that we meet, and they're impacting us, and which means that we're all important, that we're all these tiny pieces of one big puzzle. And like, if you weren't here, it would change everything. So never think that you're not supposed to be here. That's what I got from this episode. I don't know, I might be talking crazy talk, but I just thought it was good, and I love episodes that focus on the characters and character development and relationships and love, and like, I like episodes that have a message, and this was one of them. This was amazing. One of the top episodes so far. I mean, it's really sad that the dad had to die, but he went out with a bang. And he saved them all, so he's a hero. Yeah, it was a great episode. The CGI was a little corny, but overall it was a really good episode. I really enjoyed it. I hope you did too. And if you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And if you'd like full reactions, please check out my Patreon by going to the link down below. Alright, thank you guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.
I can tell you more than me.